to learn something, we need to know the answers of these questions. Here we are going to learn MVC. So, we need to know that, what is MVC? Why we use it? What are the advantages of MVC? So let's begin. When ASP.NET Web Form was so successful, why Microsoft thought of creating ASP.NET MVC? The main problem with ASP.NET Web Form is performance. In web application there are two aspects which define performance. 1. Response time. 2. Bandwidth consumption. If you see, for every request, there is a conversion logic, which runs, and converts the server controls, to HTML output. This conversion gets worse and heavy, when we have grids, tree view controls, etc., where the HTML outputs are complicated HTML tables. Due to this unnecessary conversion, the response time get affected. Solution for this problem: get rid of code behind, fold your sleeves and work with pure HTML. The other great benefit of working directly with HTML is that your web designers can work very closely with the developer team. They can take the HTML code, put in their favorite designer tool, like Dreamweaver, FrontPage, etc., and design independently. If we have server controls, these designer tools do not identify them easily. ViewState has been a very close friend of ASP.NET developers for past 10 years. Because it automatically saves states between postbacks and reduces our development time. But this reduction in development time comes at a huge cost. ViewState increases the page size considerably. The size increase is because of extra bytes generated from ViewState. Solution for this problem: get rid of server controls. ASP.NET MVC comprises of three sections: model, view and controller. The code behind logic goes into the controller. View is your ASPX, means pure HTML, and your model is your middle layer. There are two major changes: view becoming simple HTML, and code behind moving to simple.NET classes termed as controller. ASP.NET MVC framework is a lightweight, highly testable presentation framework that is integrated with the existing ASP.NET features. The MVC framework is defined in the system.web.mvc namespace. In ASP.NET MVC framework converting the root data into a concrete controller that can handle requests. After the controller has been created, the next major step is action execution. Depending on the action, controller creates the object of the model. Model in turn calls the data access layer, which fetches data in the model. This data-filled model is then passed to the view for display purpose. The ASP.NET MVC framework offers the following advantages. It makes it easier to manage complexity by dividing an application into the model, the view, and the controller. It does not use ViewState or server-based forms. This makes the MVC framework ideal for developers who want full control over the behavior of an application. It uses a front controller pattern that processes web application requests through a single controller. This enables you to design an application that supports a rich routing infrastructure. It provides better support for test-driven development. It works well for web applications that are supported by large teams of developers and web designers who need a higher degree of control over the application behavior. Thank you.